Former President Trump has been keeping a pretty low profile since leaving office, but apparently that's about to change.
Soon after yesterday's acquittal, Trump said that his Make America Great Again movement has only just begun. Here's ABC's Faith Abube.
Former President Donald Trump ready to step back into the spotlight now that the cloud of impeachment has been lifted.
Yeah, I spoke to him last night. He was grateful to his lawyers. He appreciated the help that all of us provided.
Senator Lindsey Graham telling Fox News the former president is planning his next move in politics.
He's ready to move on and rebuild the Republican Party. He's excited about 2022.
But as he tries to perfect the art of the comeback, the former president facing legal issues. Analysts now believe the impeachment trial, while over, might have also left the former president legally exposed.
I think that can lead reluctant officials who might be on the fence, even though if they believe a crime has been committed, to move forward.
Officials in Georgia are investigating his attempts to subvert the will of voters in the state after calls to election officials to find him more votes. In New York, a criminal probe into his taxes and finances. Trump also said to be angry after 7 Republicans voted to convict him. Those GOP senators now facing backlash. Among them, Senator Bill Cassidy, now censured by the Louisiana Republican Party.
I'm attempting to hold President Trump accountable. And that is the trust I have from the people that elected me. And I am very confident that as time passes, people will move to that position.
While some members of the GOP are calling for a new direction for the party away from Trump, the overwhelming majority still support him as they look to take back power on Capitol Hill in 2022.
And a new ABC News Ipsos poll shows only 14% of Republicans believe Trump should have been convicted in the impeachment trial. However, 83% believe the trial should not have happened. Faith Abube, ABC News, Washington.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.